I know this sound bad, but me and my mother relationship was never good from the get-go. And me being stranded somewhere was nothing new. It was just the fact that I was in a different state this time. But I never found out why I was left in Kansas. One thing I knew is how to break into people's houses and steal their stuff. Fortunately, this is what I had to do. After sitting on the curb for a few hours and realizing they wasn't coming back, I had to figure it out. So one of my uncles used to always test me and ask me where I lived at, and I never knew my address. So he told me I better remember my address, so I made up a song to remember my address. Mind you, I don't know where I'm at because I slept majority of the ride, and boom, I wake up and I'm asking people, where am I at? What's the neighborhood name? Because my reading isn't that great. So I'm asking people where the bus stop at, and then this bus pull up, and it does not look like Bi-State in Missouri. So I remember my address because I had a song. So I'm singing the song to people to tell them my address. So this one lady tells me to go to the gas station. I go to the gas station, and I'm talking to this older guy about it. This old guy tells me, where you're at, that address is nowhere near her. You're like 6 hours away. But he tells me what buses to catch to get to the bus station. Now I got a Greyhound it. I had a few dollars on me to get to the bus station. I get to the Greyhound station and they tickets was like $40. Getting $40 usually ain't hard for me in St. Louis because I was selling Kool-Aid and dry noodles. But I was doing that at school and in my neighborhood. I'm nowhere near my neighborhood. So I start stealing stuff. And then I start taking it to the pawn shop. Once I get the stuff to the pawn shop, I get somebody to take it in there and sell it for me. Then I give them a little bit for taking it in for me. I mastered this in St. Louis around the time Nintendo was coming out with good video games. I stayed doing this all the way till Nintendo 64 came out, but that's a whole nother story. So I get the money from stealing stuff from people's houses in their cars, and then I get the money for the Greyhound tickets. I get there to get the tickets, and I'm telling people that I need a ticket from here to St. Louis. The first two people that took the money to get the tickets took the money and kept going. But I'm 9 years old. What can I do? They just stole my money from me, so I'm just screwed now. The third person was this lady. She was just a nice lady, and I was explaining to her, I was like, look, I'm lost. I don't know how to get from here to her. I live in St. Louis. I stay on Thekla, and I just need to get back home. Her thing was she wanted to ride the bus from Kansas to St. Louis with me because she couldn't believe that somebody just left me there. But I was explaining to her I don't have enough for 2 tickets. I only got enough for 1. I had enough for 3 tickets, but I got robbed. So this lady go up to the little desk. She explained to them that I'm trying to get back to St. Louis. And she lied and said I was her nephew. And then she wrote a letter. And then that's how I got on the train. Second I got back to St. Louis, I did not go to my mother's house. I went straight to my grandma's house on Natural Bridge and Kings Highway. My grandmother had an open door policy, so I can go in there and talk to her and vent to her which hence the piercings and stuff. It's from my grandmother. Since I wasn't living with grandma, that meant I had to go visit my sister. And that went bad. Real bad. Fast.